So what would you say is the biggest challenge right now, Ashish, to the degree you can share, of course?
So I would say the biggest challenge for us really is to continue to get in front of the customers and really to help them understand the value of their own content. One of the key things that a lot of content owners are not necessarily seeing is they have a lot of this archival and historical footage, which has really some unique pieces of information, unique pieces of video footages itself, but they are not necessarily seeing the value because one, they don't have the metadata, they don't know what really is in there. So they are not necessarily believing that it may have a certain level of worth. And that's where we are continuing to have them see that they have certain pieces of content that can actually be really worthwhile for monetization, new revenue purposes, and other kind of insight purposes itself as well. So that's the part that we are continuing to share with different customers with our case studies and with our existing customers' implementations and stuff.
Okay, so you're all like hunting for case studies and public POVs and all that stuff.
Exactly. So that is where they are able to see that how it has been applied to some of the other customers who are in the market, how existing customers are able to recoup some of the investments that they have done and things like that.
Okay, and do you have like a clear view on who's the persona that you're targeting the most? Who's going to be your champion? What kind of title in these companies?
So generally, I would say the people who we are looking to work with is at the C-suite level because folks in that particular role, either chief strategy officer, chief revenue officers, or even CTO or COO as well, they're able to see a bigger vision of the organization, and they are definitely focused on finding ways of generating new revenue opportunities itself. So they do have that vision of investing into something that can lead to a much bigger return. So those are the folks that we are continuing to focus on to engage into those initial conversations. But then we definitely work with some of their operations, engineering folks itself who do work on the ground level day in, day out using this particular content and all. So we do bring them into the loop on seeing the product capabilities for them to really feel the overall capabilities by themselves and provide that feedback back to the C-suite folks itself.
Okay, very good. Talk to me about the funding philosophy. Why have you not raised any money?
So one of the reasons that we have not raised money is we had been fortunate enough to get really a lot of support from the Canadian government for different programs that the Canadian government has provided to us since our very beginning itself. Secondly, we wanted to make sure that we are staying focused on bringing in more and more customers, which is exactly what, if we were to raise money, that would be something that we would need to continue to focus on. So we already knew the get-go goal of what needed to be done. So we wanted to make sure that we are not necessarily adding more pressure on top of us when we already know what is our key goal is to bring in more and more revenue. So we wanted to have more revenue, and then we were looking to continue to see who is necessarily interested in potential strategic partnerships and things like that itself. And so far, it's been working out well. We have been profitable, and we have a pretty decent amount of margins itself to be able to assist our existing customers and be able to help grow our team itself slowly, not exponentially, but slowly.